Welcome back to Lesson 1 on using samples and populations to collect data. Now example 1 says, Gerald wanted to know how many of his classmates had part-time jobs, so he surveyed each of his classmates. Now was this a sample or a census? And explain why that method was used. Now since Gerald surveyed each of his classmates, he surveyed everyone, then he conducted a census. So we'll say Gerald conducted a census since all of his classmates were surveyed. Now, why did Gerald conduct a census as opposed to a sample? Well, a census should always be conducted, as it is a true measure of the population, except in the case where time or cost is an issue. Now, since Gerald has a limited number of classmates, then these aren't a factor here. So that's why he conducted a census. So we'll write a census was conducted because there were not many classmates. It's not a huge population here. So time and cost are not an issue, as it often is. All right, for example 2, it says Danielle surveyed about half of the students in each music club in the school to determine how many hours a week they practice. Now, was this a sample or census? And again, explain why that method was used. Now, Danielle surveyed half of her students. She didn't survey everyone, so that means she conducted a sample. So we'll say Danielle conducted a sample since not everyone in the population being everyone who is in a music club, were surveyed. Now, why was a sample used? Well, I would say that's probably due to time. If there are a lot of music clubs and a lot of students in each club, then it would take too long to survey everyone. So we'll say this method was used because it would take too long to survey everyone in the population. Now, example 3. A sample of residents received a survey in the mail about recycling habits. If the survey was sent to every third house, will the opinions of the sample likely reflect those of the population? Now, it was sent to every third house. Now, 1/3 is the same as about 33%, which is a low number, and not every one of those 33% would actually return the survey in the mail either. They would have to complete the survey and then mail it back, and not many might actually do that, so the number of participants might be quite lower than 33%. And then due to the low number of participants, I would say that the opinions of the sample do not reflect those of the population. So we'll say that 33% is a low number, even if everyone responds. Like I said, realistically, not everyone would actually complete the survey and mail it back. So the actual percentage would be a lot lower. So we'll now say that due to the low number of participants, the opinions will not reflect those of the population.